So hello everyone, this is Bea from the WeGrow VA marketing team. You might have seen me around. So I'm so happy to see all of you here, and you guys are a lucky bunch, especially if you've been watching or you followed us in across all of our social media, which means you're going to be updated, which also means you already know what this is going to be. That's really good, and that's so exciting. And I'm so excited for you guys. So if you've been watching our previous videos, you will see that we have had several guests over the past few weeks, who all of them have shared amazing knowledge and insight. So we had Junaid Iqbal, we had Osama Zaid, Bashir Salim, we had Stephen Liu, and who shared just so much with us. They're a mix of like career coaches and public speakers. And we are just so grateful for all of the content and like knowledge that they've shared with us. So I mentioned that we have had several guests over here, and for today we have a super cool and amazing guest. And so let me introduce her first, and then I'll invite her over. So Salina Yeung has helped over 128 entrepreneurs and small businesses owners to build strong personal brands, turn connections to customers, and boost social engagement on LinkedIn. During her tenure at LinkedIn, she has trained over 8,000 execs globally and consulted for Fortune 500 brands about the power of personal branding and LinkedIn for business. So we're super excited to be talking with her today. The title is over here, somewhere there. It's entitled "Getting LinkedIn Content Marketing Right with Salina Yeung." So yeah, truly exciting things for today. So let me just invite her over. I'm good, thank you so much. How are you? I just watched you on your LinkedIn live a few minutes ago.
Yes, I know, and I
You're
hope
doing these things back to
I bring
back.
some audience to Instagram, but I mentioned it's going to be TikTok. Hope that they
Yeah.
went in the right place, but it doesn't matter. We're here now.
Yeah. How are you? How are you
Good,
first?
good, doing well. It's going to be a really packed day for us because this week in Miami is the Bitcoin conference. This huge Bitcoin cushion
Oh,
here.
wow.
One of my biggest clients are having tons of promotion there using LinkedIn. So very excited to chat today.
All right. Okay, that's good. I just wanted to also express already how grateful we are for having you over on this live. You know, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know, this is why we have like backup plans, as we've mentioned. So yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah,
Questions?
sounds perfect. Let's do it.
All right. So Selena, I've mentioned you are the person for LinkedIn earlier at my introduction of you. But for anyone who isn't really hopped on to the platform just yet, can you define content marketing to someone who is new to LinkedIn, the platform?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is a very interesting question, actually. Content marketing, I would say content is basically around posts, right? You're generating
Mm-hmm.
content. We talk about UGC a lot, user generated content a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add marketing there, which means you're using content with a purpose, which is like for
Mm-hmm.
marketing purpose, right? You're using content to market or promote or sell your service across. So
Mm-hmm.
these two things together, specifically if you're using content marketing on digital platform, then you're actually using content to basically blast it to a bigger audience, whether it's actually organically what we're doing right now or paid
Mm-hmm.
content. It's also called content marketing.
That's yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, I already know a little bit of that with with what I do as well. But for those who obviously will be watching or listening to us, just so they know. So here's an interesting question for you, Selena. If you're comparing the process of creating LinkedIn content to something a regular person does every day, what activity would that be?
What do you mean? Tell me more. Like,
So okay, all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
You
no
know, like a
worries.
creative process, right?
Yes.
You know, like we go through these steps and these plans. Would you do you think you could compare it to a regular like activity that a person does, like maybe working out or like baking.
Baking?
You
You
kind of
mean like
mentioned in
creating
your LinkedIn.
content, whether there's an analogy that I can put in
Mm-hmm.
for, is it, okay, I hope I got your
Yeah.
questions right, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think baking is a great analogy to talk about content marketing, especially on
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn, because the first time you're baking is not going to be perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially there's so much chemistry, there's so much precision involved when it comes to baking. Similarly for content, there's so much testing, experiments involved that a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people are missing out majority of the time. They thought, and I think I will also blame the social media for that they
Mm-hmm.
thought like once they're on a platform, they're going to have a huge possibility of going viral. People have very
Yeah.
crazy expectation when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
engagement on various platforms, right? I talked with friends. I was like, I want to go on viral on TikTok, and I was like, you haven't even start your account. You haven't even start
Mm-hmm.
engaging with your audience. How, right? Similarly for LinkedIn as well, you see those posts going 1,000 engagement all the time. You have to
Yeah.
start practicing. You need to start baking first. You need to know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if I'm baking a cookies, what ingredients do I need to involve? And similarly for content, right? You need to make sure that cookie mix, that mix is perfect, right? Like you need to add the
Mm-hmm.
chocolate chips. Maybe this chocolate chips that you're adding is actually not meltable, then it's not tasty,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then you need to
Yeah.
change things up. So similarly for content, you need to think about how much you know about your audience to create content for them. There's also the part where you, as a content creator, how to basically make it really sustainable for you, right? Because to me, I created content. I regard myself as a content creator, but also an entrepreneur, right? But how do you really balancing it without
Mm-hmm.
being a full-time content creator without making money for my business, or making a lot of
Mm-hmm.
money but without really showing up for my audience, right? So you need to balance it out. So similarly for a baker baker analogy, that works. Yeah.
I totally get that, yeah. And it's interesting how you mentioned like going viral because I can also like totally relate with regards to like, like ambitions of going viral because people tend to think that once you go viral, all the attention and like the traction will be retained, but not really. One going viral increases your reach, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be sustained. You have to keep moving, or like keep the ball rolling in order to say sustain that. Where it's more like being going viral kind of like creates momentum, and it that happens a lot on a lot of platforms, and you know that's why also like on TikTok, I think that's why people also have these crazy ideas about going viral. Yeah, just a little thing to like share as well. And I
Yeah,
think
totally.
going
Like it
viral.
give you visibility, right? And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people struggle with having viral content, amazing, but they
Mm-hmm.
can't monetize from it, right? They don't like
Yeah.
it could be a very entertainment video, but nobody
Mm-hmm.
knows or that post, they do not structure it in the way that could redirect them back to the website, redirect
Mm-hmm.
them back to the offer. To your point, right? They are not really fully utilizing that reach
Mm-hmm.
to redirect their audience to something else, or being very clear with their offering. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you on that. All right. So since we're talking all about like LinkedIn, and well, over here, or at least in our audience, they're still getting to know LinkedIn, and that not just like personal like LinkedIn, but also businesses are only kind of like discovering the beauty of LinkedIn. So I wanted to ask you, Selena, why do you think brands and business owners are prioritizing LinkedIn now versus other social media platforms?
Yeah, this is a great question. I would say it's with history,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean history sounds so boring. I think we have like five audience right now. You're really, Selena, like give me something juicy, right? This is going to be juicy, so bear with me. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
it is history, because the first social media for me, right? Like I'm like older. It's Facebook, right? Like I started Facebook. I started posting. I started having videos, things like that. It's on Facebook, and we're very familiar with like how to basically
Mm-hmm.
do Facebook, and the platform is really easy to adopt. And similarly for Instagram as well, right? With the Instagram story, there's so much education involved of teaching you how to post very easily. And also Facebook, Instagram, TikTok included, they are all casual social media platform where majority of the time when you go to TikTok, Instagram and Facebook, it's for friends, right? You're checking your friends' update. You're like, oh, they're having dinner. Selena is now in Miami. Bear is now in the Philippines. It's late for her.
Yeah.
She's ready to bed. She's going live with Selena right now. There's things that it's people carrying a very different mindset. Similarly for TikTok, right? People want to get entertained, right? So you need to basically mix your content very differently. But LinkedIn used to be a job platform. It is true. Like when I'm still working for LinkedIn, I'll say like 5 years ago, they are a job platform where people are constantly, you know, suit up a little bit more professional in terms of like the CV, making sure they are professional. They can't really actually share too much of their personal life, but things have changed. And thanks to, I would say, COVID, another history, right? 2 years ago, that COVID happened, and it really helps people to realize that your work life and your personal life is actually one thing. Like we talk about work-life balance a lot. I don't really like this term because you don't have to need to balance it. It's one single thing. It should be your work should understand your personal life. Your personal life should also incorporate to everything you do for work, right? So I think because of that, there's a booming in terms of like the importance of personal brand, the importance of, you know, really being present using LinkedIn for your businesses.
Right. I hear you. Is that your third coffee?
Yes.
Okay. So my next question would be what are your top 3 recommended content marketing types that businesses and brands should focus on this year? Any sort of like, you know, trend that businesses should hop on?
Yeah, so there's 6 types of content on LinkedIn. I'm going to go through really quickly the 6, and then I will share with you why I choose the 6, right? So there's poll posts, there's text posts only posts, there's image posts, which is like image plus text. If you're on Instagram, you understand that.
Yeah.
A video with text, right? And LinkedIn articles. Let's see what I'm missing. Poll posts, LinkedIn articles, LinkedIn, and then documents.
Carousel?
This is what I'm missing. You're right. Document posts, carousel posts, things like that. So I would actually go back to the question to ask you as a content creator, which one actually sparked you joy when you're creating that? This is 6 types, right? What is the type that makes you feel like when you're showing up for your audience, when you're promoting your business, you feel happy about it? You feel, you know, you can actually sustain it. So based on this 6 that is available on LinkedIn, I would say poll posts, it's rather easy to start with, right? It's with 1 questions and 4 answer. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. And if you're very doing, you know, Instagram story all the time, if you're asking your audience, engaging with your audience with different questions or poll questions, you can actually repurpose it on LinkedIn to create a poll post. So I would say this is the number 1 for like really get started, fresh starter on LinkedIn as a platform. So this is one of it. The other ones I would say is text posts only. If you like writing, then you just basically write a text post. Imagine it's like a tweet on Twitter. And you can just basically write it. The last one is image with text, which is really easy, right? Like if you're posting already consistently on Instagram, it's already as required. So you can use it. So I would say for really fresh starter, these are the 3 posts I would recommend anybody to start with. But going back to my very first questions, right? If those 3 that I suggest, actually you hate writing, then think about expressing yourself through video, right? Or you're like, oh, Selena, I hate videos. Then maybe you enjoy writing long form articles, right? Some people do. Then go ahead and choose that format that works for you so you can like be consistent and show up for your audience.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Ooh, someone asked, would you recommend posting videos that are in a longer format, like around 20 to 40 minutes long?
Oh, good question. So I think for LinkedIn, there is a maximum length of the video posting. I don't really remember the exact number, but I think last time I
Mm-hmm.
checked, it's 30 minutes. So
Oh,
definitely you
okay.
can to post like a 30 minutes video. Would I recommend it? If you're very new to the platform, I would say no. But
Okay.
if you're like me, I've been active for almost 2 years more now, I
Mm-hmm.
would say yes, just because if you think that video content are so crucial, right? Like it's like a YouTube video, YouTube tutorial where you see that there's such a value, then post it.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't really care about what other people say about attention span. Like think about this linked, oh sorry, I always said LinkedIn. Instagram live stream that I'm having with you, Bear, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
like consistently 7 people here. What about
Mm-hmm.
the attention span with the 7 people, right? They're still
Yeah.
here listening to us because there's something interesting here. So
Mm-hmm.
don't really think about what other people say, like, oh, you need to be short and sweet, less than two
Mm-hmm.
minutes. But if that videos that you think there's so much value, you can't cut
Mm-hmm.
it, you can't trim it. And that third, is it 20 minutes? I saw I missed that question. 20 minutes window, you can teach and pack up that as much as
Mm-hmm.
amazing tips and make it really A to Z. Do it. Send it.
I hear you.
Post it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That totally makes so much sense. And yeah, I totally hear you because it's not necessarily about length, but sometimes the length is an accompaniment to the value,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. So obviously in terms of like content marketing and like us, where we're doing that, when we're creating that, it's because we have a service to offer or like a product to offer. So, and what we want is to like uh widen our reach and like, build an audience in order for them to like, hey, look at us. Maybe you wanna, like hire us or like buy from us. So what are your tips on how to stay under your prospect's radar all the time? Like how do you, because it's different when someone's just following you and it's different when they're actually like well, I guess like purchasing your service or your product, right?
Yeah. Actually, really excellent questions. This is the exact questions that my client asked me the other day. There's a couple of
Mm-hmm.
hacks you can do it, but I would just share two of my biggest hack. One is actually based on LinkedIn aggro. If I talk about the last tip, like when you're visiting somebody's profile, and it will get more visible with your content, with everything that you do on the platform. The second hack is actually through DM. So let's say Bea, you and
Mm-hmm.
I chat on the DM, and let's say you are my prospect, you will be able to see more of my activity when you're
Yeah.
active on LinkedIn. So these are the two
Mm-hmm.
things if you want to be more visible in front of
Mm-hmm.
your prospect when it comes to sort of like everything that you do, marketing, content marketing, all the activities. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Selena. We still got through all of our technical problems. These things happen. And while waiting for you, I was just telling everyone, you know what, when you're doing these lives or you troubleshoot it. But Selena, I just wanted to say thank you so much. We're still very much grateful and, we're gonna keep in touch with you. Even from just this, from all of the questions that you've answered, it has brought so much value, and we're grateful. I know you gotta leave, but I just wanted to give you the floor for you to promote yourself, where to find you. Yeah.
Sure, thank you. I catch you very quickly for a couple of seconds. So if you want to catch me, LinkedIn is really my platform. I offer a lot of values and tips over there and all are like free resources. If you're really interested to use LinkedIn for business specifically, you can go to my website, www.theinacademy, teach you how to turn your LinkedIn connection into paid customers. There's another one. If you haven't even optimized your LinkedIn profile, go ahead and optimize it. I know Bea already did. I know my colleague Alex, I think Michelle is the one that approached me first.
Mhm.
They all did. So it's super crucial to really bring you so much like opportunities, right? Collaboration opportunity like this,
Mhm.
pay clients coming in your way, or even your job in the future, right? So there's so much
Mhm.
great things to optimize your LinkedIn profile. And thank you so much for having me, Bea. Sorry, like despite all those technical stuff, but I remember next time we figure out how to basically do TikTok live, I would love to go TikTok live
Yes.
with you again because this is
Yes,
the only
please.
platform I have not tried. So I did Facebook, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn, Instagram. I felt like I need to have a collection of the cards and I'm missing TikTok.
Is this like the Infinity Stones? You have to get all of them for the gauntlet.
Yeah,
Like
I want
Thanos.
to test it, right? And different platforms have
Yeah.
different like live function, and I think Instagram is amazing in terms of like so easy, and it's just like
Yeah.
mobile friendly, right? Literally, I just need a mobile, but for LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
and elsewhere, some of it really need to stream through a third party tool. So yeah,
Yeah.
when you're choosing a platform, you need to choose something that it's easy for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So Selena, yeah, let's definitely make that happen. I mean the problem is on TikTok for the regional ban or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're in need of help with TikTok though, WeGrow VA is totally open to like having a chit chat with you to help you grow there. If you're trying to collect it, we're here for you.
Exactly.
So I know that it's already way past and you have a really packed schedule. Just wanted to say thank you again. And yeah, you may leave if need be, and I'll just cap it off on my end.
Sounds good. Thank you, Bea. So good to have a chat with you. Have a
Bye,
great,
Selena.
great
Take
evening
care.
ahead.
All right. Okay. A lot of, technical things have happened, and we're really sad to have our time with Selena cut short. But we hope that for those who have watched us live, we still hope that you have gotten a lot of value. And for those who have uh, just joined in, might have, joined late, don't worry, we're going to be posting this replay over on our YouTube channel. So you better be following us or like subscribe to us through all of our social media platforms. You can find that over at the link in our bio. So again, yeah, other than thanking Selena, who has already left the live. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has watched and listened today, especially from the start. If you saw us from TikTok and then you hopped on over here to Instagram, then thank you so much. You are an MVP. So, and like I mentioned, don't worry, this replay will be up on YouTube. And don't forget, if you're a business owner that is in need of growing your business to achieve entrepreneurial excellence by hiring a virtual assistant or a team of virtual assistants, or you're just curious to know more about what we can offer, then make sure to get in touch with us, WeGrow VA, and head over to our website, wegrowva.com, to schedule a call now. And yeah, don't forget to follow us. Also, don't forget to follow Selena. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you again also to everyone to just getting through all of these technical problems, and we'll see you guys the next time, and hopefully it's gonna go out a lot more smoothly. Bye.